Hey guys, Kellen here from Droid Life. Just wanted to do a quick walkthrough today of the Motorola Droid RAZR, a little software tour. We're going to show you what's new in Blur, because the Blur version on this is newer and different than some of the other ones you've seen on, say, the Bionic or Droid 3. Getting our review ready and wanted to just show you guys the whole experience. So anyway, when we get to the lock screen, this is where you'll notice some differences right away. Obviously you can unlock, you can toggle volume, but they've also added a camera shortcut, made famous on tons of different lock screen options on Android. Then the iPhone 4S sort of stole it and everyone said it was their idea, and then it's going to be an ice cream sandwich. But anyway, Motorola is included as well. So if we jump into the camera really quick, I want to show you the camera software itself that seems to have been greatly improved. It's a lot faster at focusing. It also seems to take better pictures. We're not sure if that's actually if there's a new camera or sensor in there. I don't believe so, but the camera itself seems to be faster. You can see how fast I just took 3 pictures there. Like I said, it focuses. They've done some stuff to the software to make this a much better camera. And you'll see some of our samples in the review. They look really nice. Also, it does 1080p HD video. Does that right out of the box. Actually, out of the box, it's set to 720p. So if you want to record 1080p, you have to actually go in and set that up manually, just so you know. Okay, so anyway, that's the camera. Let's go home. From home, you get your 5 home screens that you've all grown accustomed to. You can see how fast this is when I flip through that. Software or OS or performance-wise, whatever you want to call it, this phone just flies. It outperforms the Resound and almost any other phone I've used. It's up there with the Galaxy S2. So it's just buttery smooth. They've done some nice things with Blur to just make this phone really fly. And of course, it has a 1.2 gigahertz dual-core processor. That always helps. As far as Blur goes, though, we still got some of the same long press on widgets. You get the grid to see where you're putting stuff. It's actually sort of reminded me of Ice Cream Sandwich a little bit. It's almost like Motorola knew sort of what Ice Cream Sandwich was doing and started adding those features in ahead of time. So it almost seems like it's going to be easy for them to update these devices to Ice Cream Sandwich, because it's this very similar OS at this point. Ice Cream Sandwich coming probably in January, February. Also down here you have your customizable dock icons. Obviously I got my favorites down there. We can jump into the app drawer and I want to show you a couple of things. It's a similar app drawer to what you've seen on the Bionic and Droid 3. However, up top you can see I have this thing called that says 15 hidden. So you can do your customizable folders or custom folders and things like that in groups, but you can also hide apps now. So as you'll see in a second, let me just find one that I want to hide. So like Moto Print, although I think I can uninstall that. Oh no, actually, see, I can hide that now. So I've done this with all those VCast apps and all the bloatware they've thrown on there. You can actually go ahead and say hide that. I actually might use that app, so I'm not going to. But if I want to view those, I just hit menu, hidden apps, and you can see there's all the bloatware that I've hidden that I will never use. So they've at least built that in. It's out of sight, out of mind sort of thing going on there. Let's jump into settings. Show you that we are running Android 2.3.5. So not the newest version of Android. Obviously that's 4.0, and there's obviously 2.3.7 on some phones, but it's pretty high, 2.3.5. It's got a lot of, once you get to 2.3.6 and 7, there's not really a lot of added stuff in there. So that's going on. One thing I don't like is that Verizon is having them build in backup assistant stuff all over. So there's backup assistant contact stuff, and also this new media service where you can back up your photos and videos and things like that. I don't necessarily like to see that built in the OS. That should be an option that people choose, but that's just my personal opinion. Otherwise, it's pretty standard stuff in here. If we go out, and I will show you. Let's just go into the browser. I don't necessarily use the stock browser, but we might as well show it to you anyway. I use Dolphin Mini personally. Just lighter and faster than most of these other browsers. Oh, and actually that just loaded Dolphin Mini. So ignore that. Notification bar up top looks the same when you get notifications. They're, single notifications. So I should probably show you Smart Actions, which is one of the big selling points for this device. So Smart Actions are supposed to basically customize your life with your phone. So you can tell it to do a number of things, like if I hit view samples. So like at work. So the work sample they have set up by location. You would set up your work location so that when you get there, your ringer volume turns to vibrate only, and then you can set up some text message stuff. So these are some of the samples they give you. Also, like a battery extender. So your triggers are when your display's off and you're not charging and there's no motion detected, your GPS gets turned off and your background sync gets turned off. Okay, so that's supposed to help extend your battery. So they've built in these smart actions to help you sort of customize your life. Like this morning one, sort of different. So morning time frame, launch news application. So basically so you wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning, you grab your phone, it will automatically launch the news application so you can get all your news. So, and you can customize these too. You don't have to go with the samples they have. There's all sorts of different things you can add in here. So actions, you can see wallpapers, launch applications, change brightness, Wi-Fi, airplanes, cell data, playlists, all kinds of things. So this is one of their big selling features. Personally, I haven't found that it can extend my battery all that much. I just manually toggle Wi-Fi on and off wherever I'm at. I guess I could set that up to smart notify or something like that. But anyway, so that's part of it. I also want to show you MotoCast. So MotoCast is it's not a cloud storage. Basically, it connects your phone to your computer or various computers, and you can access the files from them. So with this, you'll see it first of all in music. So if we load up music, if you see this little icon right here, that means that's basically going to be available from my computer. So all of those are stored on my computer, and I can stream them from wherever I'm at as long as I have a data connection. So it doesn't have to be Wi-Fi, it could be over 4G. So you can see that's part of MotoCast. Also, let's go back to gallery. So gallery is the exact same way. See down here we have a MotoCast logo. If we go ahead and touch that, this pulls up all the pictures that I've decided to feature in MotoCast from my computer. So they're all in there. And then the other thing is going to be in the Files app. So I'm going to pull this away just for a second. So Files app, you can see I got my desktop, documents, movies, music, pictures, and you can add different folders if you want, things like that. And this is all stuff that's on my computer. So they've built in this MotoCast stuff, which I actually like, by the way. It used to be called ZoomoCast. It was sort of a standalone app. Now they've actually built it into the OS, and it really seems to add, real functionality to it rather than just some fluff. Other than that, you will see Moto Active on there. So I do have the Motorola Moto Active watch, so that's built right in. But if you have a Motorola device, you can download that from the market anyway. Has Moto Print on there, which is useful if you want to wirelessly print. It can do Netflix HD videos. It's pretty hard to show that on camera, but it is one of the first that can actually stream HD videos. So that is pretty much it for software tour. You can see a task manager is built in, which hopefully not many of us are using these days. Otherwise, it's pretty standard Motorola fare. So essentially, this is the RAZR. It's just a slightly tweaked or updated version of Blur than what you've seen in the past on, say, the Bionic. Performance-wise, this phone is crushing almost any other phone. Really liking that. Battery life, on the other hand, maybe not so much. But that's LTE's fault, I would say, not necessarily Motorola's or the OS that's on here. So, anyways, that's software tour. We'll have the full review up soon. You want to check us out at the blog. We're Droid Life. We're out. Peace.